Today I'll be explaining to you how maladaptive daydreaming messes with your career. Because I've seen people say that this thing is not a problem. After I get out of work, especially people who are working there, like I just sit down, daydream for 2 to 3 hours, and then it's okay. And even I at times daydream about the things I want to do at work. So you may really feel even at times that it's helpful for you because it's giving you a form of relaxation. But it's taking away your career. It ruins your career progression. The first instance on how daydreaming ruins your career progression is, of course, the time. On average, most daydreamers spend 3 to 7 hours of their working or waking hours daydreaming. So, if you spend those 3 to 7 hours of your active hours daydreaming or indulging in an imaginary world, it means that you are losing 3 to 7 hours or active hours you would have used to build your career. You'd have used those hours to do another course, to apply for another job, to do extra tasks, to do overtime, or to just build another skill. So if you go to the imaginary world, you are wasting time you would have used to help yourself break free from that matrix in quotes. Because it will mean that you will not be building a career, your life will be dependent on the job you are having now. And maybe that's not even your dream job. Of course, it can be your dream job. You're working for someone else. But if you would have used the time you are wasting on daydreaming to really build yourself another career, to build yourself a skill, or to become so good at something, the point where just people pay you for it, then of course you'll have great career. So the time you're wasting on daydreaming could have been used to build your career. Another aspect is, of course, the normal thing, motivation. Yes, you are going to work and paying bills, but you are also not motivated to give your best because you feel that what's the point of this real life? I just want to pay bills. So if you keep living that way and indulging in daydreaming excessively, it will mean that you will not be motivated to build your career. You will not be motivated to give your all in your space or you are in the place you are working in. And without this motivation, you will be feeling sad every time at work. You will not be the kind of employee who people want to work with because you are always, let's say, grumpy. You are always tired because you've not rested so much. You are always feeling isolated. And when you become isolated at work, it means that you will not build better networks. You will end up missing out on opportunities as well. Because for you to get opportunities in these work kind of situations, you have to network with other people. But because one weakness most daydreamers have is isolation. Like you prefer going and isolating yourself in your room instead of going to networking events, like going out, going to parties and all those things where you can find new networks. You prefer going to that imaginary world and building networks there. So it will stop you from building networks and getting that motivation to work. So of course it will ruin your career in the long run, and even the point where you might end up losing your job because the more you do it, the more it becomes addictive. You might also end up like making mistakes in your workplace. This is a very common one because you are not concentrating. Because as a maladaptive daydreamer, one weakness is focusing on something at hand. Because when you focus, you daydream. So it may get to the point where instead of focusing at your workplace, you are daydreaming in the job. And when you daydream at your job, of course, your boss may find you, and of course, you may also make costly mistakes. Let's say in the past, I talked to someone who is a nurse, and then she told me that she daydreamed at her job sometimes, and if she keep doing that, she might end up hurting the patients because they are not concentrating. That's why daydreaming and doing work is very dangerous if you cannot manage it. But if you manage it, you'll end up finding more opportunities and even growing in your career. So daydreaming affects your career indirectly and directly. That's why you've got to manage it when you understand that this thing actually is taking away your life. Hope you found that informative, guys. Until next time, have a nice day.